Alright, today we are doing the etymology of planets' names. So, just some background information. All planet names come from Greek and Roman gods, and actually all of them are Roman at the end, except Earth, of course. We don't know where that comes from. Well, we know where the word comes from, but it's not from a god or anything. First off, just some background. Mercury, the Roman god of travel and trade. Venus, the Roman goddess of love. Earth, no god or goddess. Mars, the Roman god of war. Sorry. Jupiter, the Roman god of the sky, or not the sky, kind of the sky. Thunder, lightning, and the king of the gods. Saturn, the Roman god of agriculture. Uranus, the Roman personification of the sky, and Neptune, the Roman god of the sea. So, let's get into it. We start in Proto-Italic, so like Italian/Latin originally, like Proto before. So first we start with merx, which is goods, then mercari, so merx goes to mercari, so goods goes to trade, and mercari, to make it into a god, mercarius, because, is does something. So to trade goes to the god of commerce, or the god of trade. Mercurius goes to Mercury, because they discovered Mercury and were like, Mercurius. Next, from Proto-Indo-European, this is basically the language where all European languages come from. That actually evolved into Proto-Italic. So we start with win, which I'll get into that in a bit. When or ven, then winos or vinos, because V actually represented W. So Venus is kind of Venus. And it got misinterpreted, or not misinterpreted, but the Venus changed to Venus eventually. So to love went to the goddess of love, and Venus went to Venus, because W's and V's have a very weird thing going on, So Venus, and then we got Venus, goddess of love. Then we have hair. Here goes to Erpo, so Erpo, so earth to earth. They're both earth, just in different languages. This is Proto-Indo-European, this is Proto-Germanic, so Old Germany. Old German. Erpo went to Orbe, which changed to earth or ground. So, like, you see in, like, old texts, they'll refer to earth, like the ground as earth, like in the earth or in the ground. And that's Old English. I don't know why they don't call it Proto-English, but whatever. Old English, ortho went to earth. Next we have Etruscan. Mars, the Etruscan god of war. Now, Etrusca was located very close to Rome. Like, they were both next to each other on the Italian peninsula, so a lot of things from Roman culture were borrowed from Etruscan culture. Sorry. So they took a bunch of words and even names for gods. So Maris went to Maortis. Now, of course, the mythology was taken from Greek, but the name here was taken from the Etruscans. So Maortis, the god of war, Maortis, and then the W to the V thing again. Maortis, Mavors. Mavors kind of sounds like Mars. So Mars and Mars. They all mean god of war. The meaning did not change at all here. Next, we have, I'm really going to butcher the pronunciation. Juzvater. Sky Father God, Proto-Indo-European. Which went to the Proto-Italic, Jospader. Father kind of sounds like father, if you ask me. Father. I don't know if those are related. Probably are. Jospader. You can see how Jospader went to Jupiter. And it's an I here because I's and J's kind of had that weird WV thing. Very similar in how that works. Jupiter. So Skyfather God actually went to God of Thunder, but another term for Jupiter goes by God of Thunder or Sky sky father, god. So really the meaning didn't change. Next we have Saturday, which also came from Etruscan, so Rome borrowed that. Saturday, Saturnus, and Saturn. I don't know. So for a lot of these things, I don't know. You know what? Never mind. I was gonna say I don't know how it came to be agriculture, but I haven't looked this up, so I'm not sure. I'm guessing Saturday was the Etruscan god of agriculture, so that's why Saturn became the Roman god of agriculture. Saturn. Now we have horse, which means rain. I definitely butchered that pronunciation from Proto-Indo-European. Now, as we know, Roman mythology is basically just Greek mythology with different names, but they kept the names of some gods, such as Apollo. Apollo's the same for both. And Uranus. Uranus is the same for both. So that's why we're seeing ancient Greek right here, even though we haven't seen it before. So horse, Uranus, you can see that, sky/heaven, and usually the domain could turn into the god. Like over here we have Venus, which turned to Venus, and they changed love to goddess of love. So a lot of the times the goddess or god is rooted in the domain. Not for things like actually, yeah, never mind, it is for most things. But Uranus, god of the sky. So they basically took Uranus and made it Uranus, god of the sky still, and made it Uranus. Finally, Nebos, which meant moisture or mist. And moisture and mist is water. So Nebos, Neptunos, they just added that do right there to make it water god. Neptunus became Neptunus, god of the sea. So no longer water, but the sea. But still takes on like a watery connotation. Neptunus. And just like Mercurius, they took away the us. So Neptunus became Neptune. In conclusion, most planets come from, or actually, every planet except Earth went through Latin at some point. So yeah, we have the Romans to credit for all of our planets. Bye.